Today we have with us Professor Kapil Kapoor. His bio is there in front of you. It's too long for me to actually introduce him to cover all the areas, so we decided to put it there so that you can read it. In brief, let me tell you that he was the professor of English literature and of Sanskrit. So two different languages. A great academician, has written a lot on India, India's culture, India's philosophy, India's religion, languages, linguistics, you name. His latest contribution to India, he is the editor of the Encyclopedia of Hinduism. It's the latest volume, just has been published about a week back, and it's in the market. He's also an administrator, was the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University. How many of you know Jawaharlal Nehru University? Almost everyone. Okay. So he's a man with rich experience, background, a hardcore academician, and we are privileged to have him on our academic council. So he's one of those who guides us in terms of what should be taught to you, how it should be taught, those areas. We are also privileged to have another member of our academic council that you have not met before, is Dr. Tharachand. That's Dr. Tharachand. He is the former Dean of St. Stephen's College, Delhi University. He's also on our academic council. Thank you, sir, for being with us. With that, without taking too much time, I'm going to leave the floor to Dr. Kapoor. We have been discussing what he should be talking to you, and he changed his topic in the last minute, which he always does, and he's going to be talking to you on globalization, modernity, and development. That's the
questioning it.
Questioning it.
I don't need to use this.
No, sir.
Respected Ramaji and respected Vice Chancellor Mishra ji, Dr. Tharachand ji, our senior faculty from this institution, and all the bright young ones. I was asked I'm very grateful first of all to Mishra ji and Ramaji that they asked me to join this, associate myself with this institution as a member of the academic council. By most counts, you see, my date is over. You know, when you buy a bottle of something, medicine, the expiry date होती है ना, तो हमारी expiry date निकल चुकी है. You see, I am 71 plus, so you are in the presence of a dated person. Huh? I didn't know what really to talk about because I have been talking so much. My daughter always says, "Papa, you talk too much." So, since this is not a conference with a theme, and I am here for a meeting, but I am asked to say something to the young people and those in particular. So I was wondering what to talk about. I'll share with you some of the things that have been bothering me, or that should bother people, or some of the things that I feel are happening in this country. You know, if you become a spectator for a while and look at things, then what is it that strikes you? I am very much aware that you are in a threshold institution, you know, absolutely forward, first-rate institution. And you are with the best in the country in terms of infrastructure, in terms of quality of teaching, in terms of your resources, in terms of what you're learning, and also in terms of what you are going to be. If you belong to a very small class of Indians, privileged Indians like me, I also belong to the class of privileged Indians. But if we become spectators and take a holistic view of the country, then I think as people, as thinking people, and we are in an educational institution, as teachers and students, as thinking people, I think it devolves on us to think about what is happening, try to understand, and see whether there are any possible solutions. You know, I heard of Anand Kumaraswamy. There was this Mr. Anand Kumaraswamy. He was a Ceylonese father and a French mother's child, director of Boston Museum, great scholar of Indian thought. And he writes at one place, educated Indians. And then he puts an asterisk on, and in the footnote says, this is how the victims of Indian education are described. Educated Indians. Because the problem is, right now, all over the world, we feel that education is the solution to many problems. So, India में वोटिंग होता है, इलेक्शन होते हैं, तो कहते हैं गलत लोग इलेक्ट हो जाते हैं. अगर एजुकेटेड लोग होते तो फिर इलेक्शन में ज़्यादा ठीक लोग आते, है ना? There's a great touching faith in education. But if you think carefully, most damage to the planet Earth and most damage to human values and civilization is done by educated people. You know, the people who fought German World War II, the people who bombed Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the people who eliminated the Red Indians, or people who are waging wars today, they are uneducated people. They are all educated people. So, it is not really just to say enough to say that we need education. I think what's needed is a certain kind of education. So education is not really the... In our case, in India, our education has a history. You know the history. The neoliberal Anglo-American imperialism instrumented through the English language. The British came here, the English language came here. English language, I am fully aware, is an instrument both of liberation and subordination. Liberation because in 19th century, through English language, we accessed Western literature, classical literature, contemporary literature. We became familiar with the 19th century thought currents of liberalism, individualism, and we started reforming our society in India. You see the Brahmo Samaj, the Arya Samaj, आपके यहाँ स्वामी दयानंद, वहाँ राजा राम मोहन रॉय, केशव चंद्र सेन, reform हुआ. So English language did come as an instrument of liberation. But on the flip side, it also became an instrument of mental subordination, subjugation. जैसे आज, today, in all universities, in all disciplines, you look at the syllabuses, you look at the reading list, you look at theory which is used, theory, all comes from Anglo-American world. अमेरिका इज थियरी, वी आर द डेटा. अच्छे अच्छे टीचर्स कोई आर्टिकल पढ़ते हैं, अच्छा बढ़िया थियरी का कोई, उसको किसी इंडियन गांव पे लगा देते हैं और कहते हैं कि बड़ा अच्छी बात कही है, देखिए ये पूरी तरह एक्सप्लेन कर रहा है हमारी सिचुएशन को. द डोनर रेसिपिएंट रिलेशनशिप, द डोनर, intellectual donor is the West, we are the recipients. If I am mistaken, you have to tell me. I have not seen any syllabus of any university in which Indian texts are also prescribed. Philosophy में 16 पेपर का MA होता है ना, अगर तो 16वें पेपर में कंपैरेटिव फिलॉसफी में आधा पेपर इंडियन फिलॉसफी पे होता है और क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जैसे कि आत्मा और सोल का कंपैरिजन करो. 8 पेपर का है तो वही 8वां पेपर में होता है. भाषा विज्ञान, हिंदी समझते हो? गुड, क्योंकि अंग्रेजी बोलने में बड़ा स्ट्रेन पड़ता है. 52 साल से 60 साल से अंग्रेजी बोल रहे हैं. तो बीच बीच में हिंदी से थोड़ा बात ज्यादा आसान हो जाती है. जो हमारा जो इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम जब डेवलप हुआ है अंग्रेजी से, सबॉर्डिनेशन मेंटल क्या है, कटोरा कल्चर बन गए हम. कटोरा कल्चर वो मजाक की बात है, पर ज्यादा सीरियस बात जरूरी नहीं कि सीरियस तरह से करी जाए. तो वो एक महमूद थे ना एक फिल्म में, दे दे अल्लाह के नाम दे दे, इंटरनेशनल फकीर आए हैं. सो हम लोग इंटरनेशनल फकीर हो गए, बोथ इन मटेरियल टर्म्स एंड इन इंटेलेक्चुअल टर्म्स. सब थियरी वहां से, एम आई राइट? सब किताबें वहां से. किसी इंडियन की किताब अगर पढ़ोगे अपने सब्जेक्ट में तो उसने भी किसी वेस्टर्न थिंकर या किताब की नकल वकल मार के उसका कोई PhD थीसिस को छापा होगा अपना. समझ रहे ना? mental subordination, and it affects our society right across. I'll come to that a little later. So the Indian intellectual, my friend in Patiala, you know Patiala peg, 90 milliliters. Punjabi University Patiala, my friend Professor Surjit Singh, he defined the Indian intellectual in a very beautiful way. सर जरा आप तो इलीट स्टीफन से हैं क्या? इंडियन इंटेलेक्चुअल, आपको पता है चिकन में एक ब्रॉयलर चिकन होता है, ब्रॉयलर चिकन. वो होता है मोटा मोटा वाइट, लाल कलगी, बड़ा सुंदर. हैं? वो खाने के लिए उसको तैयार किया जाता है, उसे अच्छी डाइट दी जाती है, विदेशी डाइट, बढ़िया. तो वो बड़ा देखने में सुंदर, इंप्रेसिव, मोटा. प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि अपनी लेग्स पे खड़ा नहीं हो सकता. अब देखना उसे कभी ऐसे गिरता है. इंडियन इंटेलेक्चुअल इज ए ब्रॉयलर, ब्रॉट अप ऑन ए वेस्टर्न डाइट, looks very impressive, can use all the contemporary vocabulary, center and margin, periphery, marginalized, deprived, isn't it? Deconstruct, isn't it? All this Foucault, justice, knowledge, power, freedom, democracy, peace. Am I right? ज्यादा नहीं है शब्द, 21-22 ही हैं. If you make a list, you have about 22 words, and if you are clever, तो जैसे लड़कियां खाना बनाते तड़का लगाती ना बीच में छौंक, हैं? तो अगर आप अपने डिस्कोर्स में इन शब्दों की छौंक लगा दो तो पीपल विल थिंक यू आर ए वेरी लर्नेड पर्सन बीच बीच में. So this is the state. This is the state. You have to really reflect whether I am exaggerating. I am exaggerating a little, but then it is justified because I am making a serious point that the Indian education is derivative, totally derivative on the Western model. All our disciplines, even the disciplinary formations are Western. हमने कोई नया डिसिप्लिन भी इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं किया. एक आपको एग्जांपल देता हूं. We borrowed our disciplines from Britain. When we borrowed the disciplines in the late 19th century, इंग्लैंड की यूनिवर्सिटीज में रिलीजियस स्टडीज नहीं पढ़ाई जाती थी, सो हमने भी नहीं लिया. बट टुडे इन यूके दे टीच रिलीजियस स्टडीज, पर हम नहीं पढ़ाते, क्योंकि हम तो वो क्या अभी हम देख के आए हैं, एक वॉक इन फ्रीजर है ना, वॉक इन फ्रीजर. वी आर इन ए वॉक इन फ्रीजर. जो हमने एक बार ले लिया उसको क्वेश्चन नहीं करते. Uncritical reception of Western ideas, isn't it? That is the reason. अब देखिए इसका रिजल्ट क्या है. What is the kind of society that we have built or we are building? Of course, if we restrain our vision to ourselves, to our environment, to our small world, nothing is wrong. बहुत बढ़िया है. अगर मैं अपने घर में अपनी स्टडी में ही रहूं हर वक्त, तो मुझे तो कोई प्रॉब्लम दुनिया की नजर नहीं आएगी. बट इफ यू मूव अराउंड, sympathetically look at others outside this world, then आप अखबारें पढ़ते हैं आजकल, हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर दूसरे दिन तीसरे दिन हमें बताते हैं कि जीडीपी अब 8.4 हो गया, अब जीडीपी 8.7 हो गया. और उसी पेज पे इधर कॉलम में लिखा होता है कि 1,70,000 करोड़ खा गए, फुलाना मिनिस्टर इतना खा गया और वो मिनिस्टर इतना खा गया. सो द मटीरियल प्रोग्रेस इज मैच्ड बाय मॉरल collapse. Am I right? The material progress is matched by moral collapse. And this dilemma, this contradiction, how do you see? Why is it happening? Why? Because India is transiting. We are transiting from one way of life to another. Under the powerful influence of a materialist civilization which has a lot of money and many weapons. You see? So we are transiting. हम अपनी वे ऑफ लाइफ से हट के एक दूसरी वे ऑफ लाइफ की तरफ जा रहे हैं. अगर आपसे पूछा जाए, ये तो आप डिनाई कोई नहीं करेंगे कि हम बदल रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो किस तरफ बदल रहे हैं? What is the direction of change? And I think the direction of change is towards the Western model of Western civilization. Isn't it? Western civilization. इसके indicators आपको कुछ बताता हूं. They are very interesting. Our Supreme Court has legalized homosexuality. है ना? अखबार में पढ़ा होगा आपने. और ठीक है, इन द पीपल से इन द नेम ऑफ, ऐसा नहीं है कि होमोसेक्सुअलिटी पहले नहीं थी, ऐसा नहीं है कि गलत काम या गलत लोग नहीं होते या अच्छे लोग नहीं होते, वो सब होता है. ड्रेन्स भी होती हैं शहर में, नॉर्मली उसके ऊपर हम ना कुछ पत्थर लगा देते हैं. कई चीज़ें ह्यूमन नेचर की ऐसी होती हैं जिनको हम एक्सेप्ट करते हैं कि ये फैक्ट्स ऑफ ह्यूमन नेचर हैं, पर हम उनको एक पब्लिक स्टेचर नहीं देते. ये इट इज ए मैटर ऑफ सोशल प्रिंसिपल एंड सोशल पॉलिसी.